so we are back with artifacts. This has probably been one of the most fun decks I've played for the last few years now, just because this card is just a ton of fun to put into play, and we get some great synergy with like Repurposing Bay. Now, because of Marvel Superheroes, we have a way to make artifacts cost cheaper, so we can do a little bit more with them. And she allows you to copy other artifacts in place, so you get the benefits of having big things enter your board multiple times. We also have this guy here, which allows you to make copies of things that entered. So you get tokens, you get copies of the artifacts that you play, and all around, it's just great. The last time we ran this, it went pretty okay-ish, but the things I'm changing this time is I'm getting rid of the one-drop artifact creatures, and I'm just going in for full-on protection pieces with Spell Pierce and 3 steps. I don't know if Spell Pierce is better than, like, Spell Snare or anything, but I would rather Spell Pierce over Spell Snare because it can hit more things in the late game and in the early game. On that, we're gonna keep Krang's in here. I was testing him to see if he was doing okay, and he didn't do terribly. He's just a low body, like low toughness threat when he hits the board, so he might get swapped out for just more copies of Riptide, but we'll see. The side deck is, I just only added in a Day of Judgment. That was the thing in the last game. Last time we ran through this, we were having issues with was just making sure that big things got off the board, because once my opponent developed like a decent board state, I had no real way other than just like spot removal to get rid of it. So on that, we're gonna run this through some games, and we're gonna see how we do. Let's go to round 1. Cool. Round 1 is here. Let's see what we can do. What is with this land hand? Like, I think I'm gonna keep it just because I can play these two pretty quick, but this is only lands, and I'm not about that. Because these Clade Fried Bricks might as well just be other lands. Ooh, Shuri is not bad, but it's definitely getting spot removed in this mono black deck. Which is fine. It'll get rid of some spot removal early game, so that when I put like decent threats into play, it's harder for them to remove those threats. Okay, so we're just gonna put this guy into play, because if I draw into like, actually, I kind of want that. Because I can make a copy of Synthesizer and hold up a counterspell, one of the two. That is a problem, unfortunately. That's gonna cause some issues. So yeah, I have no actual way of dealing with that guy right now. Sure, you can do that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this and just make a copy of this. Like, he has flyers, he doesn't need to worry about anything, but it's gonna let me set up the top card of my deck. Which are not these cards, oh my god. Where's my removal? This is not going well. Yeah, you can waste a Hex on that, that's not the reason I did it. So we're dangerously low. Oh, that's not good for stocks. That only lowers it by 1. Oh, that's so unfortunate for me. I lose this game now, I think. I don't know if these extra 2 life are gonna matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter because Krang's a creature. Thank God that was just duress, but I still can't get rid of your Bloodletter. Your 2 Bloodletters. Yeah, I'm super doomed. That's crazy. Crazy. Okay. Mono black is what this is. I don't really need spell pierces in this matchup, but what I do need is disdainful stroke. What I do need is not negates. Get lost for sure. I could bring in Wreck Raid as well. Let's drop Mind Stone. Let's drop Shuri's by 1. Let's bring in a Day of Judgment just in case, and a Wreck Raid. I don't think anything else is going to help us too much, though. So I think I'm good with that. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this. Not a whole lot when we only have white mana. This is not good. Ultron's just gonna eat removal. Like, this is just not the hand. Oh my god, this is also not the hand. I pretty much have to pray that I get a third land. Not about that. Okay, this is a little bit better. We can get rid of this. And we can get rid of a road. So put... He has only removal though, but... We're gonna try this. I don't know about keeping Ultron over a road. A road just might be better. But we're gonna find out. If he has double of those, like, that's not gonna go well for me. Because then he just gets rid of Ultron as well, and then I'm just kind of screwed. Duress, yeah. Does nothing, it's just a dude. And then we just put this dude into play. Now watch it get better triumphed. Not bitter triumph it, interesting. I like this a lot now. My situation is definitely a lot better. Yeah. I'm gonna keep that on top. Okay, your 3/3 doesn't bother me. Oh, we're just gonna pass, because I can just, like, copy this instant speed. Downside is that he's gonna drain me for a bunch. So that is a problem. Scrying is not helping here. I probably should have actually kept the land on top, because I'd be able to copy him again. A road's not bad. He's got a block, I think, because I don't think he's gonna be able to do much. He doesn't have to block, realistically, but he can just choose not to. But if he can't kill me on his next turn, he's kind of screwed. So this is what, demon? Yeah. So let's see what he does. Pops the Krang, I go, cool, whatever. Pops one of these guys, I don't care. Pops Ultron, I don't think I care. He'd have to board wipe for me to actually care, but that sets him back further than it does me, so. Deep Cavern? Sure. Do I care? Not really. Like, he either takes the counterspell or he takes the erode, and then plays something I either counter or I destroy. Like, it's not a big deal for me either way. So, this is gonna drain me for a bunch. But I have, like, 3 8/8s coming at him that he will have to defend against, so this should just be enough. I don't think he knew what No More Lies did. But unless he has another one? He has another one. Okay. Of course he did. Of course he has another one, right? Why wouldn't he? Don't worry, I got my own. Oh, this is crazy. This is actually insane. We'll just put the snare into play, and we'll just eat one of these guys for now. And swing with a 10-4. That's all I got. He probably is just gonna play a Bloodletter though, and I think that would win in the game. Actually, I should have just taken this. I'm fucking dumb. If I lose, I lose because I didn't take this. That was on my bed. That's me not paying attention. How many Days of Black Suns are you gonna draw? Like, are you gonna draw all 4 of them? What the fuck is this shit? He drew 3 of them. That's crazy. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Ooh, that's fun. So we'll do that. We'll take this. We'll auto pay to take this one. We'll wait a turn. I think waiting a turn here is better than just attacking, because he's just gonna kill the Krang anyways. Just not really doing him a lot. You can take Shuri. That's fine with me. Essentially, I'm just gonna attack with all 4 of my 12/12s. Well, actually, all of my 12s, because I can attack with Krang as well, and that would be just enough. Yeah. Because he was just banking on draining me. Okay, so that worked in my favor. We pulled that out of our butts. Just because we pulled this. I should have taken the 1 enchantment right away. I don't think there's still anything here that I want to play against him. So we're just gonna hit done and go to game 3. Cool. 3rd final round. Let's get into it. Let's see. This is a whole lot of nothing in this hand. This is what? Play Repurposing Bay, play Ultron, and hope he doesn't get killed, and I just don't think this hand's doing enough. This is a bit better of a hand, because now I have this. I think we just put away the Requirade for now, and we just play like a counterspell-ish game. Yeah, we definitely play a counterspell game. Deep Cavern, that's fine. He's gonna take one of these, probably the Synthesizer, though I'm just gonna hold up like counterspells for everything, so. Cool. No reason to play the bricks yet. Bricks we can play in a couple turns. The funny thing is, too, is I can play the Auracite to steal this to get my Synthesizer back, so if he has nothing else, that's gonna be bad for him. Which I am gonna do that. He just has another one? Sure, buddy. Sure. Ooh, that's a fun one. Let's do this. Get that in the hand. Play this tap and pass. And hold open again, no more lies, like. No. I'm okay. Now, I could get something here to remove his creature off the board, but I think instead what I want to do is scry. Yes, this is pretty decent. Give me an Ultron. And now I can start essentially trapping his guys. He's going to swing and I'm going to stand this up and block with it. And he's not going to have a good time. Because this will forever block the stopper. The slasher. So... there is also a world where I can sacrifice the Aura Sight because I don't have any cards in hand. I could just sacrifice the Aura Sight. But is not thinking this through. Do I want to lose half my life here? Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that actually right now. I'll go to 7. I get my card back. He can't do anything. I do this. I pay the extra to do it again. So I hope he's got... I don't hope, but he probably is going to have something else. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. I think we sacrificed the Aura Sight. Because I just don't have cards in hand. And we go get this guy. Which will shove this guy. Yeah. And then we pay it again, and then we put this guy in the deck. Okay. GG's. I don't know what you're planning on doing after this, but... Ugh, it's a lot. There's a lot going on here. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. That was a wild turn. Yeah, I had fun. I won. Of course I had fun. Sweet. Round 2 is here. Let's try and get another game. Come on. I wanted a game like last time, where we just did a bunch of stuff and we won. Why are you giving me no landers? This is not cool, game. A million landers, at least. I have Mindstone Repurposing Bay. This can actually be very helpful. We're going to put Adagio away, because there's no way I'm getting anything in play that'll station it. And I think I'm fucked. Okay. This was a good game. This was a very good game. Ooh. So... if I draw into, like, fuck off. Yeah, I need to draw into a removal spell. Well, he's probably going to get rid of Repurposing Bay. He should probably get rid of Mind Stone, because Repurposing Bay is garbage without it. But yeah, he's grabbing Repurposing Bay. There is a road, so... put this into play and I just wait until he's done doing his things, then I just pop the problem. Sure. Because no matter what he does, I can't activate Repurposing Bay right now. So that's not going to help me. Sure. Gonna pop. Double Krang is actually really rough. Oof, that's not ideal. I can remove something off of his board on my next turn, but, like... is it worth it? Might be. Just might be. I don't know if he has a way of dealing with artifacts in his main board, though. He might not. That's not ideal. What is this? I put Shuri into play. That brings it down to 5 mana creature, but I still only have access to 3. So I think doing this... Hold on, what are you doing? Do that first. Then we do this. What do I do here? I don't have any way of... I think I just snare something on his board. And I think the thing I'm afraid of the most is probably just this 6/6 right now. And then I can sacrifice this on my next turn to go get the 4-drop, which will let me rip one of these 2 off the board. It's probably the best bet, because now it's forcing him to play a demon, so his actual enchantment is good. I have Shuri to block, just in case. So... if you Black Sun this, like, that's on you. Because it's a 2 drops, you'd kill your own 1 drop. I don't see the purpose of that. Yeah, you just attack, right? We're just not going to block for right now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what they do. Okay. He might just not have a whole heck of a lot. That's worth it. Badger Code. Okay. What do you got? You got a bunch of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got no demons, though. Okay, so yeah, you're just... no demons. Okay. I still can't play Krang. That is the biggest problem right now. What do I even take? I think I just take this guy. Okay, I just still can't play this card. Oh my god. He's just been removing... I just haven't actually drawn a whole heck of a lot. I've drawn 2 Krangs. This is the downside to having affinity cards in your deck, is when you just don't have cards that are affinity related, or you run into an opponent that's just like main decking all of this like impossible to dodge removal, like you're just not having a good time. Yeah, and that seems to be about it for me, right? Like, I can tap out, play Krang, draw 3 cards. That didn't really do anything. Yeah. He just has all the removal in his main deck. Okay. It is what it is. He just has only removal. Is one of the biggest issues. However, we do have some stuff we can play against him. What do I like here? I like chumping that. Chumping spell pierces. This guy seems to be more on a creature version of the deck too, which is interesting. We'll get rid of 1 snare and go to 2 snare, 2 cages. We'll put in a Get Lost and a Wreck Raid, and I think we chump out a Krang, put in a Disdainful. He is on green too, so I can play Flash Freeze, though he wasn't playing anything that looked like it was... I should be worried about it, but maybe I should just put in the Flash Freeze just in case. What do I take out? Probably a No More Lies. The problem with this is it's really dead if he plays nothing else that's worthy of countering. But we'll try it. Yeah, we'll run it like that and see what we get. Okay, so green-black. He's not running a graveyard deck, so he's just running the mono-black, like, control shell with green for enhanced mana. And that seems to be it. He might play Ouroborid as a way of destroying, like, as a way of, like, not destroying things, but, like, just as, like, a really good win con. Because Ouroborid powers up really fast, so there's a good chance that he's just trying to go for an Ouroborid win if he can't do the demon win of draining your life. So we'll see what he does. This isn't bad. I think I'll keep this. Because I can play Clayfried into, like, maybe Shuri into something else, so we'll see what happens. Make me discard the Synthesizer, of course. I think going clay fried and then Shuri afterwards is better because if I play Shuri now, it's just going to get removed off the bat. I could do that just to bait removal. Come on, this is an obvious choice. Yeah, like, there you go. I could do Shuri just to bait removal, but is it worth it? Probably. It probably actually is worth it, just to waste their turn off of baiting the removal. And if they just don't play Shuri, then, or if they don't deal with Shuri, then I just get a free thing out of it, which is nice. The problem with stacking your deck with only only things like hand destruction or only things that remove things is this problem right here, where you're just unable to really do a whole heck of a lot for your opponent. I don't even think I wasted a road on this. I think I just do this. I play the Orosite. We get rid of the code. Attack for 2. And then I'm still holding up a road, and I'm holding up No More Lies. Like, I'm still representing some stuff that he just has no idea about. Product Core? Yeah, I got nothing for that. Fine. Ooh. Ooh, that's so fun. I can do that at instant speed. I can copy my Orosite to steal their Furdock Core if I think they're going to do some degenerate. But I'm also just holding up, like, if they decide to turn this into a creature to attack me for 4, I can just pop it, like... I think they're really far behind in this. No, I'm okay. Ooh, I can still create a copy. That's hilarious. I think I just want to draw 2, discard 2, though. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, that is so good. I actually have to get rid of Core and Snare. Oh, no, I just have to get rid of a road. Yep. We're in it! I thought it was discard 2, but it's discard 1. I'm so good at this game. I don't even need Shuri anymore. I don't even want Star Cage either. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to put Snare into play. We're going to steal the core. So he's got nothing when he plays his thing. We're just going to put this into play just to have more artifacts in, because that's always fun. I'm not going to attack with Shuri, though, because I still want the ability to copy the Synthesizer. You can use Clay Fried Bricks to copy Synthesizer here using Shuri's ability, and then when I should have done that, actually, with the Perilous Snare already active, because I have the mana to do so. I could have copied it and just, like, made 2 6/6s, and it would have been awesome. Yeah, I don't think that's your problem here, buddy. Not gonna lie, I really don't think that's your problem. I think we just get rid of one of the Synthesizers, because I don't really have a good way of getting these back from the grave. And this will just make all of my stuff more powerful. Yeah, there's just nothing. Like, I'm just gonna steamroll you at this point, because I can do the same thing with the other Clay Fried Bricks. Like, you destroying my stuff is not ideal for you at this point in time. Like, you should have done that way earlier if you had the chance. Okay, that went really well. Don't want to change anything on the play. I do want to put... Do I want to put Day of Judgment in? No. No, I don't think that's necessary. I think we run it back. I think it did really well. I could put Tidebenders in to negate certain activated abilities, but he only has the enchantment. So it's really not that good, because it's only going to stop the ability like 1 time. I got no blue mana. This I can do. This I can mess with. I think we put the Orosite away. I like the Orosite, but I think we have to... I could just put Disdainful away and just represent, like, 2 Synthesizers. He's got to have, what? Double Duress to realistically do anything about it. That's 1 Duress, So that's one way of dealing with it. Come on, buddy. I know what you want to pick. Really? That is a little scary. Do I put Shuri into play? Yeah, I just put Shuri into play. Yes, that's fine with me. He's gonna lose 2. And we're just gonna put... Okay, so we're in a really good spot right now. He probably has a Maelstrom Pulse, but we're not gonna draw both of these at the same time. I think what we're gonna do is, if he doesn't pop this one with a Maelstrom Pulse, we just copy it with this, and then we put like an Ultron into play. I think is what we do. So we're just gonna target artifact to become a copy, target artifact to copy. So we're gonna copy that. We're gonna put this guy into play. We're just gonna put a bunch of dudes into play, and then we're gonna go get another land. I don't need to scry right now. I just have a bunch of threats. Like, your 7/6 Trampler is not going to do much, and if you have a Maelstrom Pulse, the ideal target for this is actually just going to be the 6/6 tokens. Because if you're trying to attack with this... What the fuck? That is crazy. That's what? Ward discard a card? You're dumb, buddy. Okay, that was definitely a wild thing. I did not expect him to do that. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna... Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. We're just gonna take this, discard that, which is fine. I surprisingly have a third one in my hand. I completely forgot this was a card, though. He can just pay a bunch of life to destroy artifacts and creatures with that mana value. That's very interesting, very cool. He's got a bunch of mana to make a 6/6. Okay. That is a problem. And I didn't draw the answer to the problem. That is unfortunate. I think... Wow. That is just everything. Oh, that's not the answer to the problem. I'm dead. GG's. That is game over. No answers were drawn off of his final threat. That is crazy. Wild game. Wild game. Alright, game 3, let's see what we can do. This is a hand I do quite like, because this is essentially a land. So we have the 3 mana we need to play the Synthesizer. So I'm happy with this. However, we're going up against probably the worst matchup of all time. So we're going to have to play a really slow game. Yeah, that one I'm happy with. You are good to draw, buddy. I don't care. So my question is this going to be a control deck with opt here, or is this going to be something different? Do that? Okay. There's not really a whole lot I can do against this prowess deck because they're not going to do stuff that puts them at a disadvantage very often. Like, even if I try to counter this, like, he can pay through Spell Pierce, he can negate with a No More Lies and just make it even more damage for me, so I think I just love this resolve, even though it's a bunch of damage. The problem is that I'm also just not able to draw lands, so that's a big problem. Because I need to also develop a mana base to be able to play all of these things and make, like, actual threats. I think I know more about this. Just so... Spell Pierce is a little more useful. Why did I draw all of my synthesizers? That's actually insane. What is this garbage? I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. Get it out of here. Sure. Well, I have 2 spell pierces, so it's something. I don't need you right now. I definitely need the land. Yeah, he is... It's making me wonder if he's playing the, If he's... What is he playing? He's probably playing the Jeskai Rev version of Prowess. He's definitely not playing aggressive Prowess, that's for sure. Just try and cancel it again, yeah. Yeah, we'll just free block it, that's fine. Because the whole point of this is to not really care too much about that. Because I'm just making free blockers anyways. Yeah, the Aura Sight's a good one right now. I could just put Krang in, that is crazy. I want to keep up counterspells. This guy's doing a lot here, and he's gonna ping me for a bunch. Ooh. He's gonna hit me for 7. That's obvious. Yep. Do I want to let him do this without punishment? I only have 1 spell pierce. I think we're gonna let it resolve and see what he gets off of it. Quintorius. Oh, I have to actually spell pierce it. He can pay for it, but it just means he's not gonna do a whole heck of a lot after this. Which is hopefully means he's unable to fully end me.
I wonder when you'll find that this our answers lie in the past.
Can't attack, it's not gonna do anything. I got the Aura Sight, which is just gonna steal Quintorius and make a bunch of dudes. And now you pretty much have to block, I think. There's no reason not to. You're just asking to lose if you don't. So he's got 1 card in hand, and I'm at 2 life, and he's got Paradigm. Oh, I think this is pretty much a losing spot, no matter what he hits. I just have to hope he doesn't board wipe. But or there's that. Yeah, he just has a lightning helix. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. That was so rough. That was so rough. On this, we're gonna pop that out of here. I think, in all honesty, just because of the way the deck is, we want those, we want these. Like, I gotta turn this into like a hardcore like removal / counter. Like, Ultron is cute. We're not keeping him. We're not keeping Krangs. They're just like practically unplayable because of all this. We can put the Star Cages in for removal. We got Get Lost and Tidebinders. And I need to remove 3 cards. So what 3 cards do I not like? In this, I don't like Erodes. And Purposing Bay's okay. Shuris are fine. I think we just jump Shuri down to 3. That's fine. And we try that out. Okay, so let's go first and see what we can do. Oh, white mana only? That's solid. This will turn this white mana into blue mana, so I'm not super worried. It just means we're a little bit behind, but it is what it is. There's almost no reason to counter this, but, like, he could have. My guy, did you seriously keep a 1-lander? I think this is a free win. I don't want to say anything yet, but I think this might just straight up be a free win. Put Shuri into play to make everything cheaper, and then no matter what we do, like, even if he has a Spell Pierce, it's fine. I'm gonna just try and bait a Spell Pierce here with the Repurposing Bay. Yeah, like it's not gonna go in his favor, that's for sure. Can't believe he went this long with only one land. Like, that's actually wild. He's just trying to get by with only having Spell Pierce. And it, like, that's a wild statement to say out loud. Like, flashback, Spell Pierce. Like, if you're doing that, you're probably not going to do very well in this game. But my biggest issue is I haven't drawn a land past 4. Technically a land past 2. I haven't drawn a land at all yet because I had to search one out. But we're gonna see what he does. Like, why would he? Sure. Why are you popping my land? Just letting me tutor out a land for some reason. Like, I don't understand what that was for. I guess for him to draw a card, but. Not doing as much as he thinks it is. I would rather play for Edgar. See what he wants to do. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take that action, that's fine. Put a blue land into play. Is that all he has? Just brought in a bunch of those? Because... see what he can do. Like, Shuri is literally the thing that's killing him, and he's more worried about the artifacts. For some reason. Yeah, play your land. Just gonna do that. And yeah, this was... he should not have kept that hand. That hand was actually like the worst thing to keep of all time. There's just no reason to keep that kind of hand. You're just allowing me to do way more things than you would ever imagine. Like, that was the worst hand of all time. Okay. Let's go. Give me a good game. Give me a game that I'm happy to lose, but also ecstatic to win. Those games are always the best to me. Come on. This only land hand is actually not cool. We got counterspells, so I'm not super upset about it. Sure. I will also not play a single card into your counterspells, sir. I'll play game of... I'll play it. I'll play it this way. It's fine. No. See if he allows a repurposing bay. He does. Interesting. Does he have nothing then? Like, that's wild. Actually, I don't hate that. Just put that in play. Does he want me to have this? Yes. Yes, he does. Does he want me to have this? Yes. Yes, he does. Cool. Good enough for me. This leaves me undefended. Like, I can't use my counter spells, but not like he's doing a whole heck of a lot anyways.
Don't underestimate it.
Thanks for the helping pot.
Yeah. I think we just start attacking. He has to defend. He's got no choice.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
Another capstone? Oh, and Thor.
I've calculated exactly what I need.
He has no protection. That's actually insane. Like, what are you doing? What are you casting?
I have a plan.
Yeah. What is happening? I'm expecting like 1 or 2 counter spells in all of this, but he's got like
Together we can shift the current.
literally nothing. That's crazy. I got Star Cage. What does Star Cage get me? Oh, it gets me a way to get rid of Ralph. That's what it was. Yeah, Star Cage is fun. Just keep that up. And then I do this. Yep.
I blame it on the tail.
The problem is I'm losing from here because he got a capstone off at the one time I unfortunately left myself open. The upside to this is I'm still putting like a really good amount of pressure on him. Downside is he just dealt me 6 damage, so that's not good for me. But he's got a whole lot of nothing about the looks of it. He didn't get anything useful off of capstone. That was probably his worst hit in the entire deck, so I'm pretty okay with that. The fact that he's using Boomerang Basics to bounce the creatures is actually wild. I'm okay with that. That doesn't hurt me at all. Sure. And then just wait. He's got a whole heck of a lot of nothing, so as long as he keeps pulling nothings, we're fine. The minute he pulls some actual threat, I'm fucked. Also, I can't actually counterspell this because he has the mana to pay for it. He just has nothing. That's crazy. So we're gonna sack that, go get the Aura Sight, remove it off the board. I'm kind of worried because I don't know what he's got going on here. He's gonna play something that's gonna cause me to lose the game at this point, and I'm just kind of hoping that he whiffs for like 50 turns. That's a problem. Yeah, he finally found his Jeskai Rev. What are you doing? That is you get one of these things back. You don't bounce. What is happening? That is wild behavior. That's actually criminal, I think, for him to do that. Like, I got nothing else, realistically. I got 2 counterspells and a prayer. Oh, are you serious right now? You're actually gonna do this? Oh, how am I losing to this guy? Seriously, how am I losing to this guy? In what world am I straight up losing to this guy? In this world. This is the reason I'm losing. This is so fucked. This is so fucked. Quintorius. Quintorius hurts a lot, yeah. Yeah, that's just a game loss right there. Unfortunate. I literally can't do anything about it. Like, dude, you literally only won with 18 cards in your library because you lucked into the thing. Like, you're not playing good Magic, you're playing possibly one of the worst decks in the format. Because you could just be playing a completely better version of the deck and actually do better things and win more games, but you're definitely playing a weird, like a kind of okay version of the deck. You're just not doing good things with the deck. He just wants to cast spells at this point. I think because I'm not doing anything else, I'm just going to force him to pay for it or do something else. Yeah, you can pay for it. You're going to have to do something other than just cast a million spells. Ugh. Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing. You just died of bad luck. Alright, let's see if we can pull out another win today. This is pretty solid. The thing that lost me last game was just the fact that I was being impatient and didn't count his mana, so when he hardcast a capstone, even though I had a way to do something about it, there's just no way for me to do anything about it. I'm sure if I kept my mana open and then blocked that, like, he would have folded immediately. There's just no way that deck is going to do anything in this kind of format. It's just, it wants to do too much. But let's see what my opponent is playing, which is a Rixus style deck, which is kind of interesting. He's got a Soul Guide Lantern, so he's already hating on graveyard decks. Luckily, we're not one of those, so... Tablet? No, thank you. I don't like Tablet. It hurts my feelings. I think we're just fine to play Synthesizer here. He's not going to be able to really play anything super threatening off of 4 mana, so I'm pretty okay with that. I'm also really good with Shuri on the top here. This allows us to go Shuri into Ultron, which is nice. And possibly even Ultron copy itself and a bunch of fun stuff there. See what he's got. Nothing. Shuri into Ultron, make a token. What do you have against that? Oh. Okay. Sure. Pretty okay with that. So it looks like he's probably on the 4-color control version of the Jeskai Rev deck. But he's doing some interesting shenanigans here. I think we just hold up stuff and just attack him for 4. Drawing the Hollowed Fountain was not ideal here. But he doesn't have a whole heck of a lot to do. He's trying to probably find another tablet so he can actually play Jeskai Rev. Sure. Sure, I'll make it indestructible too. Oh yeah, that's so fair. That's so funny. We'll keep the creature. Indestructible creature, and it swings for 2. I love that. Oh, sure. I don't know what his game plan is, but I think we just attack until we're not allowed to attack anymore. Like, he's only drawn removal, and the fact that he's overloading his Burst Lightnings is very bad for him. Like, quite literally, that is probably like the worst thing he can do right now. And I have a counter spell, so we're fine. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, I don't care if you draw a million cards. This is pretty good spot we're in. Do I care about repurposing Bay? I kind of do, actually. Snare. Snare I don't really care for at the moment. So I can just go get snare if need be. I can also use a road to pop my indestructible creature if I wanted to. Sure. Like, you know, just discard a 3. Leave me with my 2/2. Oh, I discard the 7, yeah. Sure. Doesn't hurt me crazy amount right now. Still keep up mana for counter spells and removal, and we just keep putting this 2/2 offensive threat, man. Like, it's an indestructible threat. It's crazy. What's he got? Jeskai Rev with a counter. Me who has counterspell mana, you're Jeskai Revving? That is the word. How am I losing to these players who can't, like, think of these things? Like, how am I losing to these people? Like, this is just wild. Yeah, like, I got nothing else. I could put Shuri into play, but it doesn't really do anything. That's already happening. Yeah, I can't stop that. But, like, that's the worst thing you could have gotten off of it. That's so brutal. Yeah, that's just GG's. That was the literal worst thing you could have gotten to. Yeah, Jeskai Rev decks, man. They are a wild breed. I don't need a Rhodes. I don't need... Ultrons are cute, I just don't think I need them. I definitely don't need Krangs. I need that, I need that. I need those. No, I could just not bring in Tidebinders. What I am gonna do is take out probably a clay-fired bricks, and put in a Soul Guide Lantern, because they use flashback, they use Thor, like, they use stuff that cracks from their grave. So if I have that threat here as well, like, it'll stop those kind of plays from being as good as they are. Like, they'll still be good, they just won't be as good. Spell Pierce mana, and then I can just go Archive into, like, still keeping up Spell Pierce mana. Yeah, we're just going to keep all of these counter spells in our hands, and we're just going to play the long game on this one. Really no reason not to. I don't really want to pay 2 life. There's no reason for me to pay 2 life. Sure, I don't care. You can deal me damage. I'm here to stop the dumb assery. Sure. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, the fact that you still have to actually, like, do that. Oh, I was kind of hoping he would just, like, really take the bait on that. But keeping the Flood Farm Verge in my hand is better in this circumstance, because even if he uses Counterspell to counter this, that just means it's one less Counterspell that I have to actually deal with. I think we just bait a Counterspell for the Pursue. Nope, cool, good enough for me. Yeah, I'm good with this. Doesn't even do that, so it makes me think he doesn't have Counterspell, which is awesome. Perilous Snare is just a threat at this point. It's not actually, like, good for me to keep, but it is a threat. If he puts, like, Tablet in play, like, this is a really good spot for Tablet to be, like, taken. If I can't, like, if I lose the Counter War, then I can just take Tablet on my next turn. Yeah, it's fine. You can draw a bunch of cards and discard cards. I don't care. That doesn't hurt me. This gives me one more counterspell to potentially use over these two options. So if I wanted to use 3 steps, I have the option of using 3 steps right now. And we're not going to use the Bay until next turn, when we could potentially do more dangerous things. So I think at this point, if we keep up this, like, constant threat of, like, having interaction, like, he's just not able to do a whole heck of a lot. I don't even care if he kills my tokens. I don't think he understands that the tokens are secondary meanings. Like, they don't actually do anything. And what I'm going to threaten here is just a bunch of attackers. And I don't want lands. I have a bunch. Because now I can also use my 3 steps ahead to copy a Synthesizer to make even more dudes that could potentially just straight up be lethal for him. So we'll see what happens there. I don't care about the goggles. He's gonna Pyroclasm. Sure. Do I care? No. You can do that. See if he has a counterspell. He doesn't. I could have just done that for free. That's funny. Yeah. We'll keep Perilous Snare over anything else because it just doesn't matter what I do at this point. I have 2 counterspells for him, and this is just... Actually, is it just straight lethal right now? I think it might be. I think it just straight might be lethal right now. Yeah. Oh, it's not quite. Oh, no, it is. Okay, I'm bad at math. I can't math. Yeah, it's just lethal. We're good. I just... The way it stacks, it messes with my brain sometimes on the numbers, but yeah, we're good. Alright, this is our last round. We're gonna go first because we love going first. Allows us to use our Meticulous Archive a little bit better, which is always fantastic. So let's see what's on top of our deck. I don't hate it. Like, these can be used later. It's a good way to search my library for things. We're just going to put Shuri into play, so I can drop them both in a single turn. That's even better, because they're only 1 mana at that point, each. Yeah, just a 0/4 wall, that's fine. I can't really do a whole heck of a lot with that. And then we just do this. Gain some life. Get some cards out of the deck. And we wait. I can't counterspell anything for what it is, but... they also just can't do a whole heck of a lot to me either. Repurposing base. Crazy good right now. So, let's see what we can do. I think we're in a really good spot. Because anything they play we can counter. They don't have a whole lot of mana to back up what they're gonna do. Yeah, let's just try and get the counter out of their hand. Sweet, they didn't have a counter. They probably have another one. No, they don't. Man, we're just so good. We're just doing so good. Shuri's gonna make a copy of this guy. We're gonna do this. And then we're just gonna take a bunch of things. We're just gonna take some stuff. Some stuff you don't really need. Yeah, I don't really care. We'll just take that. So now I got a bunch of 8/8s. Like, what are you doing with that? Oh, this is so good. That was not a good idea, which means they have, like, nothing in their hand, which means this is gonna suck for them. So we're just gonna get rid of your thing here. And we just attack. We did it! We did it! Hooray! Let's go to game 2. So, I really don't know what this deck is on. I think we just bring in Pinnacles. So I take out one Snare. I bring in both Pinnacles, and we remove probably the Mind Stone. I honestly don't know what we keep in versus what we remove in this case. We can probably get rid of Krangs and just bring in Tidebinders, just in case we find something we don't like. But other than that, like, that's pretty much it. Because Tidebender can stop for a single turn, like, some of the weird interactions from enchantments and shit. It probably won't stop it for long, but... yeah, I'm good with this. Look at us. Didn't I win? Why am I going first? That's weird. Did they want me to go first? Like, that seems really bad for them. Okay, so... let's see what they got, because they're not doing a whole lot right now. Put this into play. I don't really care about your Gremlin Tamer right now because I'm just gonna remove it off of the board anyways. Ooh, that's a good one to have. Just gonna do that. Does he have it? He has an offer you can't refuse. That is crazy. I love it. What's really fun in all of this is that I can use the offer you can't refuse to just do this. Ooh, I could just Star Cage the board right now. Yeah, that's probably good for me. If this game let me crack shit at instant speed, I could just have cracked it, but it refuses to let me. Also, there's nothing for me to hit with it anyways, so. Yeah, I think they're just kind of out of this one. Just Tamers, eh? Interesting. I'll let you get a basic land. I don't care about that. The funny thing is, too, is that my Shuri can stand up my Repurposing Bay or my Star Cage, and I can actually attack with 2 Gear Hulks with Prowess, which is crazy good value. Okay, I can no longer do that. But... that's fine. We'll just try and build a big Shuri. Ooh, that's... I don't hate having that card on the top of my deck right now. 4/3 Shuri is pretty good to me. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it, though. Unable to scream? That's wild. Wild behavior. How dare you, sir? How dare! So I can't what? Oh, I can still just do a bunch of stuff with it too. Okay, cool. It's never not a threat. That's hilarious. If you activate a counter, do that. Oh, that's actually really fun because I can counter the ETB ability off of it. We can let this resolve, and then we just do this. And just not let it be a thing. Because even if they activate this, like, I don't care if they activate that. Problem is that's a big boy. Good news for me is that... now, the thing is like, I can sacrifice the Star Cage, give them back their Gremlin, and then what? Not a whole lot here. So we're gonna sack Star Cage, give them back their Gremlin, we're gonna grab the Aura Sight, we are going to get rid of this guy here. Auto pay the 2 mana because it doesn't matter. They lose their thing, and I think I just hold up blocks. I don't really like what they're doing right now, but I have nothing to really stop it. I only have 1 5-drop in the deck, which we went through already, so it's not like I can sack the Aura Sight and get anything good out of it. An offer I can't refuse, eh? That's an interesting choice of cards. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, let's just be aggressive. He grabbed, like, the wrong card, so... Offer you can't refuse only hits non-creature spells, so he's not going to stop the Tidebinder from doing the things it needs to do. And we're just going to counter that ability. And then I still can't sack anything of relevance, so we're just going to keep attacking. Hold up this to try and bait him into something. But they're just totally gone to hope and a dream at this point, and I'm only drawing lands. Crazy. So they're gonna start making a wall of tokens right now because I can't get anything of value, which is unfortunate for me. Yeah, they're just gonna pop probably the 2/4 because the 3/2's easy. No, you want to pop the 3/2. The 2/4 is harder for you to kill, though. Why would you pop the 3/2? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, you're leaving yourself wide open here. Do I have a 1-drop? No, I didn't have a 1-drop in the deck. Cool. Good to know. I forgot to put the 1-drop in the deck. That's a land. I don't want it. I already know he's gonna do this, so we're just gonna attack for lethal, and he has to block it. No choice. And we're not going to give him a reason to cast an offer you can't refuse right now. Yeah. Oh my god, if I lose this while he's at 2 life, I'm gonna hate myself. Though it would be really fun right now if I drew Starcage and was able to bait him with the Repurposing Bay. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm probably gonna lose this. Oh, I'm super gonna lose this, eh? Because even if I take something off of the Aura Sight, like, that's not gonna stop him at all. Crazy. Crazy how this works. Just gonna stop that. Gonna thin my deck a little bit, but it's not doing anything. So I only have 1 Aura Sight left, and just nothing. It's 3, 4, 5, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go down to 2. Ouch. That's rough. That is very unfortunate for me. Like, I'm not doing anything. The fact that I lost this game is criminal. Like, I should have won this. I have to go back and actually see how I could have come out of this one on top, because this is just absolutely... What the fuck is this? Is that the reason? Did I just draw... Maybe I just didn't draw enough removal. I also haven't seen, like, a single... token generator, which is very unfortunate. Sometimes it's just how it is. Variance kind of gets you. You don't get your game-winning cards, and your opponent just, even at 2 life, they just come out on top. So we're gonna have to go to game 3 and hopefully get this there. Okay, so what do I bring in? Probably Requaid. I should have brought that in initially, but I didn't think it was going to be that big of a problem. But I think I probably just take out Ultrons. I bring in Rec Raid. I bring in Authority. And I really don't hate anything else. Like, roads are cute. Do I need a roads in the deck? Maybe not. Maybe I just bring in negates instead of a roads. And just play like a super control-y game, aiming to put the token generator in play. That's probably how I do this. See what we can do. Oh, that's not getting me anywhere. That's getting me somewhere. We're going to keep this. We're going to put the 5-drop one at the bottom of the deck, because that's not getting played anytime soon. Luckily, their start is just as slow as my start, so we put in our Shocklands tapped, and see what we can do here. Link at this point. I wait. Wait and see what they do. So I can Tidebender something here, if need be. Or I can counter it. Nothing, eh? We'll go to my turn then. I got one counter spell, but everything's like 3 mana, so that's not gonna happen. Okay. So now I have the appropriate amount of mana to combat a counter spell. What's he gonna do? Not a whole heck of a lot. Gotcha. Does he have an instant speed? Like disenchant? Ooh. Spell Pierce is nice. I think we're gonna keep Spell Pierce on top and put the island at the bottom for right now. He doesn't have something worth casting, which is interesting. Sure. No, I'm okay. Didn't have an offer, which was good, because that was, was wondering if that was going to happen. And now we can snare away something on his board. What do we want to get rid of? Probably this thing. Put 3 into play, and wait. Because now I can, like, Spell Pierce something if need be. I can also, on, like, future turns, copy one of my artifacts. Sure. That benefits me greatly. We're okay. We don't need that in our lives. Ethereal armor. That's very fun. Because that also means that I just do it right now. Copy this. And then we take your creature. And we don't crack these because that's just losing power here. So we keep these up because it's going to make him hit harder. He only has a defender. He can't really attack me with anything, and he hasn't played any actual threats other than that ethereal armor. Unable to scream does literally nothing. Oh no, it actually did something. Oh, is that how that works with the layers then, eh? Okay, so it does overwrite his ability. Interesting to note. I didn't think it fully overran his ability. Oh, but I guess it says it has no abilities, so yeah, that would make sense. Pinnacle Starcade is cute. We're gonna keep it just in case, but we're not doing anything else with this guy. He's just gonna be a 0/2 defender. Sure. The thing is, I'm gonna play Starcade. It's gonna wipe pretty much his whole board here. Like, he won't be able to do anything off of it. Now, the only downside is if he has a way to counterspell, but does he have a counterspell? He has a counter spell, Depression. Okay, we wait. Because he can't attack, and he's... I have something that can at least stop something from happening. Yeah. We'll cancel the ability for now. And so, like, I don't have a whole lot, and I can't really attack anything. I actually do have to start sacrificing these to see what we can get. That's not helpful. Cool. We got nowhere on that front. And he's gonna get his thing back here. So, yeah, that Star Cage... I could actually draw into a Star Cage right now, and it would be really good. Why am I getting lands? Why? Why is it only lands? I'm actually really curious about this interaction, so we're gonna choose an artifact to become a copy. We're gonna copy that, and we're gonna copy this guy. Oh, it does turn it into a 4/4. That is interesting to note. It's not worth it to attack, because again, he has like a fucking 3/7. It's just like something for me to note. Oh, I'm so dead here, though. That is very unfortunate, eh? Man, I need Star Cage, like, right now. I need Star Cage or something to be able to get me Star Cage. Why is it just land, though? Give me, like, this! Give me this! Oh my god, that is so unfortunate. I am not doing well. We're not doing so hot today. Yeah, this guy just had his stuff before I had my stuff. And now this is where we're at. I lose the game to this. You don't get to kill me with your 15/15, sir. This is so frustrating. Like, this was a very winnable game, too. Extremely winnable game, and what I got out of it was you're just gonna draw lands for 15 turns and lose. Those games are just the worst. Okay, so overall with this deck, we just had some unfortunate matches where it was decided based on the actual cards drawn towards the end of the game. Both me and my opponent were in top deck mode, and we just didn't get there. So that equates for maybe like 2 losses at most. We won 2 games, and then we lost 1 game legitimately, just being outplayed and outvalued. I think if we were to change this, I'd probably fully get rid of these Krangs. I was testing them to see if they were going to do anything, having something that's affinity for artifacts, possibly costing like 2 or 3 mana, drawing you a bunch of cards. Like, that could be a lot of fun, and that could be very powerful, considering that its power gets scaled up. There's just a lot of ways to deal with this type of creature. So I'd probably just get rid of Kranks entirely. We'll go up a Riptide Gearhulk, and possibly we could go up like 1 other card as well. I don't want to put too many Riptides in the deck, but we could easily go up like an Ultron, or we could go up a Bay or a Snare and like just add more value to the deck. There's even a world where we just like go up a Mind Stone or maybe an additional Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce or Erode is kind of where I'm feeling, but you could go any of those directions, and I don't think that would be terrible. But on that note, oh, we actually could just put Soul Guide Lantern in the main and have like the 1-drop actually in the main board and 1-drop in the sideboard too. We could do that. That's also an option. But on that note, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Were the changes good? Did it make the deck worse? Did it make it better? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share. This kind of content's a lot of fun for me to make. I do love playing this game, and I love playing it on a competitive level. So doing those things does help show interest and engagement and makes me want to put more content like this out there. So on that, we'll catch you in the next one.